Hi everybody, Tim aka Snack Related Mishap here. I was challenged by everybody's favorite Briton, Kount Five, to do the 5 favorite fantasy castings challenge, which was originally put forth by SIC Diecast, who has a cool channel. Check him out if you haven't yet. So yeah, I'm pretty behind on doing this video because work has kept me very busy through the Christmas season. Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope everyone had a great holiday season and New Year is going well for you. I haven't had a lot of time to do these kinds of videos, so I could have easily gotten into cars that are based on real cars, fantasy castings that are based on real cars, but I wanted to stay away from that. I really could have gotten into the Cool Combi, which is one that I collect for, definitely. The Metro Rail, which is based on a Nash Metropolitan, definitely a favorite casting of mine. Or the What a Drag, which is based on a BMW Isetta. But I decided to stay away from those for my top 5 favorite fantasy castings, just because I wanted it to be stuff that's totally fantasy, just totally made up. Mostly, although one of them doesn't really fit into that, but it's not a car, so can't fault me on that, right? So anyway, number 5 was a toss-up between the Fig Rig, which is a casting that I love because it holds Lego figures, but over this one, over the Fig Rig, which has Professor Frank in it, and I have a bunch of different versions of. I think I have all of them but the first one. But besides, anyway, over that one, I'm going to go with the What a Drag. I mean, the Let's Go, it's called. The What a Drag. I just showed you that one. Let's Go is a favorite of mine, definitely, because I collect the Simpsons figures. I have some random Lego guys in general, but I love the Simpsons figures, so I've been kind of after these a little bit. They're definitely cool. They're great for sticking on a shelf and putting your Simpsons people in, and I think I have all of them to date. I think there have only been 4 colors so far. But really cool casting. I love that one. I have a lot of them. Well, all of these are sitting on my shelf in my office. So anyway, number 4, I'm going to go with, this is the one that doesn't really fit in, like I said before, because it's almost something real. The Fast Fortress, because it's based on the B-17 Flying Fortress, which is probably my favorite airplane of all time. World War II, to me, is super interesting. So yeah, just like the military and technical advancements and all that kind of stuff, it's all really, really interesting to me. So the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, with all of its crazy gunner positions and all that kinds of stuff, was just nutso in World War II, if you think about it, and the flying formations that they were in. Anyway, it's just an airplane that I love, so I love this casting. And let's see, moving on to number 3, I will have to go with the Backslider. Backslider is definitely a favorite casting of mine. I have several variations of it. The only complaint I have about them really is that sometimes the ramp is kind of picky. And likes to fall down easy, so you have to stick something behind it to keep him from holding, to keep it holding a car up. I basically kind of love anything that holds other cars, that you can stick other cars on, flatbeds, whatever you want to call them, but so I have a bunch of those, and if you're really, really careful with them, and you got to be really careful, you can stack a whole bunch of them like this. And still have room to stick another car on top, which is pretty rad. So yeah, definitely those are number 3, I would say. It's really tough to pick a top 5 fantasy castings because there's so many of them, and generally, like a lot of people have said, you tend to collect the things like the cars that you can't afford in real life. So so real castings a lot of the time, but definitely, there's a lot of stuff out there that's really cool. Like I said, I love the ones that hold the Lego figurines. I love the ones that hold other cars. I love the ones that serve a purpose for some reason. They made one a couple years ago called the Tooligan, which had a little wrench on it. That one was a favorite of mine. I've got some of them in a box somewhere. A couple of them, not too many. But anyway, getting into number 2, and this one is a big one with me. The Carbonator. Whoa. And I have several of these. I still need to find a few of them to complete my collection, but definitely a favorite of mine. And I'm dropping them all over the place. Oh no. But it's cool. These ones are open because I use them all the time. Great bottle openers. They're awesome bottle openers. I haven't broken one yet, and the first time I took one out of the packaging, I was pretty sure it was going to break fast, but no. I've been using these things pretty steady, and they are great. In fact, this is the Happy New Year 2014 one, and since it was just the new year, and I happen to have one handy here, I shall demonstrate its workingness. Yeah. So yeah, Happy New Year, everybody, even though it's 2016 now, not 2014. They are great bottle openers. And they're really cool castings, just in general. And it seems like they release most of them in they've released 3 or 4 Happy New Year ones now. It's always like a weird kind of release anymore. I shouldn't say that. They released a couple in the main line fairly recently, but this one's a treasure hunt. Definitely a favorite of mine. So anyway, before I get into number 1, let's hit a couple honorable mentions. Let's go with the Hollinator, which is a new one as of last year, I think. But like I said, I love any casting that can hold another casting. Because they look awesome on the shelf that way. Ugh. Got cars falling all over the place here. The Simpsons family car. Big Simpsons fan. Definitely an honorable mention. I love the crumpled fender on that one. It is a nice little touch to make it especially Simpsons-y. Honorable mention also the Mad Props, which is a casting that I collect for and I have several variations of. Like I said, trains, planes, and automobiles. It's a cool one. If you follow my channel, this is a goofy one, but the Jet Threat 4.0. If you follow my channel, you know why that one is a favorite of mine. It's sentimental reasons. And now getting into car number 1. My favorite fantasy casting of all time. The Homer. Because like I said, I am just a giant Simpsons fan. Love The Simpsons and anything to do with it. This is one of my favorite episodes of all time that this car appeared in. This is the main line. This is the Retro Entertainment series, this is the only copy I have. I do not have one to break out of the package yet. And I would love to find one, but this is the only one that I was lucky enough to find so far. I found a couple of these. I was thinking about painting it up, to look a little bit more like that one. Really awesome castings, favorites of mine for sure. And I always have these two sitting on the shelf together in front of all my Simpsons DVDs. So anyway, along with the way that these challenges work, I have to nominate 3 people to do this challenge as well. So I'm going to nominate my good buddy Retrograde Customs, Dan. He's been super cool to me in the last year, and I'd love to see what his top 5 favorite fantasy castings are, although I have a pretty good idea what a handful of them are, because I've probably sent him some. Maybe in the last package that I sent him, but yeah, I'm always hunting for him. But anyway, number 2, let's go with Paolo, my good buddy Paolo from Italy. Zamac Parking Lot. I'd love to see your top 5 favorite castings, fantasy castings. Also, Battle Styles SPL. Chuck, you're a good dude. I would like to see yours. I know you're into the Japanese scene. And just one more, because I know I'm only supposed to do 3, but Faster the Dragster, I just commented on one of your videos a couple hours ago, I guess. Well, your video about the challenge, actually. I saw yours, but I did not see Dana Flames do her top 5, so I want to see that. And with her, you know, upcoming... Dana Flames has a new upcoming show in the new year, I'm told. So, looking forward to that, and why not jumpstart it with something like this? Or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, putting up with me, and supporting my channel still. I know this one got a little bit long, even for 5 fantasy castings, but, you know, it's been a while since I filmed a video, so I thought it would be fun to, you know, kind of take my time on it a little. And show off some other stuff, other favorite fantasy castings and so forth. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good one, and I want to see the videos for you guys that I challenged real soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to Kount Five for nominating me. Check out his channel. I'll stick a link in my description. And also SIC Diecast for creating the challenge. I'll also stick a link for his channel in my description as well. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a good one. I hope everybody had a great holiday season. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever the heck. What's the Flying Spaghetti Monster holiday? I don't even know. Yeah, thanks a lot, and Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody has a great one. Bye.